Okay. Hey, I'm just gonna get right into this. So, how many people is everyone looking right now? If there's anyone even viewing, let me know. We'll give it a couple more minutes or something. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do this anyway, and then you can watch it later. But I'm gonna be rating everything I have, basically. So if you're here, if you can hear me, let me know in chat. Oh, okay. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. All right. So what I'm basically gonna do here, uh, there's been sort of like a rating method for fidgets in the fidget community, and it's been coined the Dumas method. So where that comes from, basically, is Sean Dumas. So if we go and look at Sean Dumas right here, this is Sean. So Sean was quite prominent in the fidget community. I say was because, as far as I know, he has sold almost his entire collection now, and he's into flashlights, as we can see with this meme right here on his Facebook page. So Sean had this method where he would rank fidgets, and a couple people like Gavin Sexton from Dynamic Inertia, and Lefty EDC, Kevin from Lefty EDC. They've done it before, used it before. I'm sure Melanie has with EDC Fidget and stuff. So basically, what it ends up being is, let me just show you that first. I don't think I had that up there. Yeah. So that's Sean Dumas. Sorry about that. That's Sean Dumas. He's got the he's into flashlights now. And yeah, people do this rating method. And yeah, I'm gonna kind of do it, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So basically what you would do before is you would kind of like lay out all your fidgets, and I'll just, like, if I have a few to have an example, and you would sort of put it into like three categories, right? So these are just random fidgets I've grabbed because whatever. And you would basically have one side, one top row that's going to say something like, oh, these fidgets I can't live without. I can't live without it, and it's like amazing. And if I lost it, it would be like too much for me, and I would like have to get one immediately again. Wait a tick here. Are you guys coming through? I just want to make sure we have a. Yeah, you guys aren't coming through on the chat on screen, are you? I had some issues with that earlier. I want to make sure that works. Sorry, just a sec. Let's just see if I can fix this. Ah, did it. Okay, so that's working on that one. Let me just fix this on the different chats. So I've got different ones here. So for some reason that didn't work, but I would like you guys to all be on screen with chat. Okay, that fixed that one. Let's fix. Oh, that one's already working. And that one's working. Okay, good. So glad I fixed that. No, we needed that. Okay, so what we're doing is you had 3 categories. Some of you will know this already, right? The top row would be fidgets I can't live without. All right. And if I lost it, I'd be devastated. I would have to get one immediately again. It's I can't live without it. Second row would be something like, it's great that it's in my collection, but if I lost it, I wouldn't go get one right away, but I would definitely like keep an eye out for one, you know, on the secondary. And if one popped up and it was like the right price and all that stuff, then I would totally get another one again. And then the third row would be something like, you know, it's here, it's in my collection. I might sell it sometime, or it was a gift, or, you know, whatever. It's here. If I lost it, wouldn't look for another one. It would just be gone, and that would be it, right? So I'm going to kind of do that, but I'm going to do one better. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and we're going to use TierMaker. So I went and took a bunch of shitty photos of all the fidgets that I could find in the house. So this came out to about 51 different fidgets. Not all of these even like live in my Pelican case. So I do have a Pelican case. I don't know if I've ever showed that. Let me just grab it. It's so heavy. Yeah. There. And then we'll show it to you. So this is kind of the stuff that like lives in the Pelican case. And part of that is because it's getting full, but part of it is because there's some stuff that just, that's what deserves to be in there, right? And I don't want to expand too much from it, but unfortunately it's overflown. So there's a good 14, 15 fidgets over there that, you know, haven't made it in there kind of thing. So I am rating these ones as well as those ones. Some of them like are ones that like my kid has claimed or my wife has claimed. Anyway. Sorry, hit the wrong button there. Okay, so let's just get right into it. Let's just get right into it. Okay. So where to start? Like really where to start? It's a lot, and I don't know. We'll just start at the beginning here. So what do we have here? We've got an Ultim Super X from Magnus. So God, I don't know. So my rankings are going to be like Supreme. This is just like it's an absolute Supreme fidget, and then we're just going to go ABC and dumpster fire. All right. I find it kind of hard to go and put them into like those other categories of the Dumas method. So we're going to work with this and we're going to see what happens. All right. The Ultim X, that was my natural gut instinct to just throw it in there on B for a second. So I'm just going to go with that because a lot of this is going to have to be just gut, you know, like I can't think about it too much because I'm actually really bad at this kind of thing. If I think about it too much, I'll put too much, you know, stuff into it, and it's not gonna come out right. So it's hard for me to pick favorites in general. So it's gonna be better if I just do gut on this, right? So let me just look at some more gut ones here. Like, what would I'm just gonna try to like gut organize this a little bit and like see what I get from okay. So this one right here, this one's funny. I'm going to show it to you. So this is the first fidget I ever bought. The first one I ever got, and it was from Amazon. Okay. Now this is literally happening around the same time that I actually discover Magnus online and realize that there's this whole other world of like premium fidgets. So it all started because I was just like in the car driving around and I would be like playing with my mustache too much or something like that, right? And I thought, oh, maybe I could like get some kind of fidget and that would like stop that from happening. So I find this stupid thing on Amazon and buy it, and then almost immediately after find like a titanium dimple on Magnus's site, and then I order that too. So this thing's like still around. I think my wife keeps it in the house. It's an absolute piece of shit. Like I don't like it. It's just like I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like I guess you go like this, but I thought I was gonna be able to like hold it and like roll the chain without it all moving, or I don't know what I thought. I was dumb back then. So this is just like this is garbage, right? To me. So I would rate this one as dumpster fire. What else? What else do we got? Let's throw one up in Supreme. So this is Supreme. That's Supreme crap right there. Supreme crap. Supreme awesomeness. That is the fidget nerd. Oh. I don't know why that lost signal. Overheated? No. Okay, well, I'll show that to you later when the camera's back. Okay, so yeah, that one is basically like, that's the one that Jonas made for me. It's like, it's an absolute goat of a wrapped. I love it. I need it. I need it in my life, and I would like literally freak out if it was gone. So that one, we can throw that one in Supreme like immediately right away. What else do we have? This is hard. This is hard. I didn't know how hard this is going to be. Okay, this is dumpster fire. That is like an original. It's like an original spinner fidget thing. Like that's from. That thing's still how I think that's my wife's or something like that. It's just been sitting there, right? And I just yeah, they're hard to spin, man. Like it's where is that damn thing? Yeah. I thought that something like this would be like easy to spin, but the fact that I'm actually able to go like that and spin that is I now know like actually kind of crazy and like skilled, because you can't just do that when you don't know how to spin a fidget spinner. It's weird. It's so big, but it's a piece of crap. So dumpster fire. What's another one here? Okay, Supreme. The tungsten sage from tungsten sage from Unquiet Hands. Absolute goat. Can't get enough of it. If I lost it, I would have to get another one immediately. We got another thing here. Maybe I could just do these in order. So this one isn't even mine anymore. This is the year of the rabbit slider. And my wife basically claimed that one now. So I don't really know how to rate that one. I mean, if I'll pretend if I had it, if it was mine still, I'd probably put it down as C. Like it's okay, but you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna be crazy for it or anything. What else we got here? I want to try to find one that's like an A, that's like almost Supreme, but like just yeah, like this wrap. So that is the tungsten copper wrapped. Definitely, it's like it's almost up there, but it's not quite there. Not quite there. But I would definitely like try to find one immediately after if that happened. What's another example of that? The tungsten Poe would be another one that would be put into A for me. Absolutely. Oh, I'm just going to look at your comments here for a second. Cereal. What you got here? The Magnus flute. Probably. Are all the wraps with their different materials and magnet arrangements really different enough to have them all? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like it's, yeah, absolutely. I don't know. There's something about the different materials and the way they all are that it just absolutely works that way. Probably give you a good example of that. So what I got here. So a good example of that, now that I have my camera back, is this one. So this is a titanium bodied, and then it has resin inlay. Okay. This slider, I can't live without this thing. This is like, it's so good. Everything just works so well with it that it's like, it's a combination of everything that's going on. It's the body, it's the inlay, and it's the inserts that I have put in there. Okay. Which is brass. And it just, ever since I put brass in it, it's just locked it into this completely different sort of realm. The clicks are just so, it's perfect. It's like, for some reason, having a light slider body wise and then putting those brass inserts in there, it just it adds like a maturity and like a richness to the clicks that's just perfect. This one also has brass in it. Love it. And then there's another one here. So this is all titanium. This is all titanium with no inlay with brass inserts. For some reason, and that's not really going to come through on mic, no matter how good the mic is that there is just a different kind of snap to it. Something like so subtle and different that it makes it just a little bit snappier, a little bit louder, a little bit less deep. And to me personally, it's just not as good. So if we're going back to the rankings, then how I would put that is I would say that, where is that little guy? This guy is supreme. And this one would be supreme. But since I have this one, it's down in awesome. A for awesome. I don't know. Maybe it's awesome. A for awesome. But if I lost this one would have to take its place. And if I lost this one and I wanted to find another one, it wouldn't just be the resin. I would be looking for any wrapped that had a titanium body with micarta inlay, G10 inlay, resin inlay, just some sort of composite, something, resin made of some kind, right? To give that same sort of snap and feel. So yeah, to answer your question in a very, very, very long way, yeah, it absolutely makes a difference. Okay, what else we got here? So this is a newer one. I don't have the review out for this one, but this is one, oh God, I feel like I want to put that up there. And that's literally a resin. That's like a resin freaking fidget. And I don't know, where is it right now? It's not actually mine anymore. because my wife liked it so much that she's now claimed it as her own. If it ever focuses, there we go. So this is the totem from Vi BDC, and he has not even started selling these yet, which is ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous. But there is just something about this damn thing. It is so satisfying. And my wife doesn't really like fidgets at all, but she has completely claimed this thing. And I'm only using it right now on permission from her to rate stuff. So I don't know what's going on with it. It's crazy. It's just 2 rings and this like totem with the magnets in it. And it's got like metal bar in there to give it more weight. And it's so good. It's so awesome. It's like my favorite. I have to get another one from the maker because, like, especially once you start selling them, because they're just like, I want one too. It's so good. There's something so satisfying about the play of it. Anyway, so that one absolutely is going to be right up there in Supreme. So what else we got here? So there's another one from Vi BDC. This one is not quite garbage yet. It's just C. It's a slider, and it's not done yet, I would say. To me, it's just like it's a little bit too long. It's like 58 mils long or something like that, and it's almost good, but the slide surface isn't perfect. But all the haptics and everything else is really good. But yeah, it's just not done yet. I think he's gonna do one better later. All right, so how goes there? Where's a dumpster fire one? Let's find a dumpster fire. No complete dumpster fire. Where would I put the Boo Boo Boy? The Boo Boo Boy from Fidget Boy. That one sounds like a B. That was a really good one. Same with the Flip Side Boy. Really great through a 3D printed sliders. And what else? We got to get through some of these. We got like 51 of these fucking things. Oh, okay. So this is a funny story. So this is a this is like a. You ever heard of mini brands? There's this kind of toy company called Mini Brands, and they basically make all of these tiny little versions of products, like, you know, a Kraft, you know, ranch dressing bottle, or like, you know, Kraft dinner, or like anything, like, you know, miniature food things. And like it's so weird and it's so funny, and like the packages are so small and detailed. You can like read the back of like some of the ingredients and stuff like that. But my wife collects them, and she got in one of them this tiny little fidget spinner. And she thought, oh, look how funny this is. I got this tiny little fidget spinner. Here you go, hon. Here, like, take this. And I thought, oh, that's funny too. So I go and I make some posts online or on Facebook, and I put it on there and say, look at this like little fidget spinner I got. And I don't know if anyone knows Joey Betancourt. He's freaking amazing with finishing spinners. He fixes like all the people in the community, all their spinners. He can like refinish stuff for if there's anything going wrong. Like, he's just like a master at like fixing spinners, refinishing spinners, doing all that stuff, right? So he must have seen this post that I made, and I'll just show you. He comments on it. Back to the beginning here. Where did it start? Okay, so I seen that post where your wife got a mini spinner and you're spinning it and it doesn't spin very well. That's what I was talking about, and I can fix it. And then blah blah autocorrect, and I'm like, oh, that one. That's not a real spinner. My wife collects mini brands. They're miniature toy versions of everything from boxes of craft dinner to fidget spinners. Regardless, if it is a cheap one or an expensive one, I can make it spin better. That way you get a full experience in the spinner. So this thing doesn't even, where is it? It doesn't even have like a bearing in it. It is like this tiny little thing. There's not, it's just like, it's a little piece of plastic, right? That's just like a little plastic post in there or something. And it doesn't even spin. And he's like telling me like, no, a little spinner like that, you should be getting like 3 or 4 minutes minimum on a spin kind of thing, right? So to this day, my wife will joke with me and, I'll get a new fidget spinner and she'll be like, oh, I could get that going at like 4,000 RPM, if you let me fix it up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, shut up. So yeah, but that's garbage. That is just garbage. So we will put that under garbage. All right. So what else we got here? Wow, this is hard. Okay, so the tungsten W by Modusworks, absolutely legendary. I have to have it. The Sphera, the stainless steel Sphera from Modusworks, V1 wrapped. Gonna put it in B for now. What else? Ooh, the tungsten mega pillar from Auto Designs. It's like I'm kind of sad that it's like not as. I'm kind of sad that it's like, where is it? It's right here. It's like, I'm sad that it's like better than I thought it would be, because this thing was an absolute like shit show to actually get. It took like way too long and stuff. But once I got it, I was like, why am I able to even spin this thing? It weighs like 600 grams. It's ridiculous. It's a behemoth, but still, it's really not very manageable. And yeah, I don't know. I'm going to put it down at C because yeah, I can't really manage it very much. So yeah. Okay, so what else? Heard one of you say something. Where's Black Dogs going? Good question. Where's Black Dogs going? Black Dogs V3 is definitely a B. It's okay. It's okay. I still need to do like a full review on it, but it's got some issues. It's got some issues with like slide plates and stuff. For some reason, the stainless steel ones do not work. And I think it's because they're just like too big and meaty or something. It's like they actually conduct magnetic energy through them too much and make it like too easy for them to slide. Like I said, I got to do a big review on it as well and kind of explain all that. But it's okay when you get the you put like brass on there. The brass isn't magnetic in any way, and it slides pretty good. You have to modify it to be able to get it to click without making noise, like magnet movement and stuff like that. But it's just not something that I use all the time. But very nice haptics once you use the brass plates. And then I have a titanium body on mine to keep the weight down, because I believe the plates just on their own, whether they're brass or stainless steel, are like 36 fucking grams. And it's like this, it's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, I went with titanium body, and the damn thing, I think altogether still weighs something like over 100 grams. It's weird. Anyway, that would be in like a B. All right, where is an A? You know what an A is? An A is the Tungsten Mini Collision by Cap. That thing is awesome. It really surprised me. I saw it and I thought, I need this thing. And I got it and I took it out and I went, yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was going to be. And oh, love it. Not quite supreme, but do love it. All right. What else we got here? God, this is hard. This is so hard for me. I never wanted to do this. This is just like, I knew I had to do this eventually, but this stuff's hard for me. I want to try to like make the rows all as even as possible, but it's not gonna work. Okay, let's try to fill another one into A. Definitely this wrapped here, so that would be a brass body resin inlay, one that I had custom made way back in the day when you could actually get customs. That was freaking awesome. I love it. I still carry that one. But as far as like wraps go that are like, if I had to pick two, it's got to be these two that are in there. It's weird that I can pick two, but those are kind of where it's at. Another one for A would probably be this custom wrapped. That would be a zirconium bodied and then resin inlay. Absolutely goated. And then let's try to even out C here. C. Oh, God. What will be C? C would be the, is that called the revolver knuckle roller thingy naboobadaboo from Unquiet Hands? It's this thing here, I think. So this little guy here. So this is pretty cool. It's like the only like stick spinner that I've ever kind of got. So it's like it's knuckle roller, but it's also stick spinner, because each side has these like little things with bearings in there that you can spin. So I think that's pretty cool. But it's just like not quite the kind of thing that I love. So if I'm being guttural and honest, then yeah, I'd put it over there. So what else can we do here? Are there any more dumpster fires? It's got to be like a... Yeah, this one. This is kind of like, it's borderline C, borderline dumpster fire. It's a mini Verk. It's basically just because it's just like, it's not quite engineered right. It's so small that it should be a 2-click slider, but there's been like a 3-click slider put into a two-click slider's body. So it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel finished. It's the haptics aren't right because you're trying to mesh together too many clicks in a short little body, and it just doesn't work. It's just, I feel like it's not finished. What else? That might be all the dumpster fires. Let's try to put another one into C here. What will be a C? What will be a C? This one. I don't even know what this is. Where is this thing? Oh, God, I'm going to be asshole and not even remember what this thing is called, I think. Oh, what is it called? I can't remember. If anyone knows what this thing's called, let me know. It's from Eric Moss Designs. And I tried and tried for a long time to figure out if there's anything else I was supposed to do with it than this. And I know they're made in metal now. And I was kind of a jerk because I was like supposed to take it and like review it. But like other things came up and I probably will still do it. But it's basically just like held together with magnets. And yeah, Quaver. Thank you. It's called a Quaver. Okay, cool. Yeah, Quaver. Thank you, double AO. Yeah, so the Quaver, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really get it as much. Maybe if it was made in metal. I've seen them made in metal, and I've seen them have like gems put into them and stuff like that. That would be pretty cool. But I'm not I don't have one like that, so it's getting a C for now. Okay, what else we got here? The dice deck. The dice deck by Vibe EDC, same guy that did the totem up here. Definitely give that a B. That's more of like a kind of like if you've heard of like Compiform click bar sort of thing, but it's all resin. It's absolutely great. My gut just told me to put it in A actually for now. So I'm going to do that. We'll do that. What else? Oh god, it's so hard. The mesh. Is it the mesh square slider by Rapid EDC? Is a C. The Thinkit. Can't even remember the maker. The Thinkit is so old. The Thinkit is thought to be... It is a B, I think. It's thought to be a B. I would put it in B, gutturally. It is supposed to be like the oldest slider. It has... This is like a titanium one. Titanium body in the tube. And then I can't even remember what I got on this, but I don't know. This thing is like... This thing predates the torque bar. So that kind of tells me that if you have the torque bar, which is one of the... or the like first spinner ever made, basically proven by, video, and the fact that like there's an actual patent that he has. And if this is predating the torque bar, then this is, prove me wrong, but this is the first magnetic slider. Be it still it's a tube slider, I guess, but you've got like ring magnets inside this thing that are all up and down that, and then other magnets in here. You don't take it apart or do anything, and it's just this bouncy little kind of desk fidget. Best for just sitting there and thinking. It's pretty cool. Thought I should have one. So yeah, that one gets put in B. The brass, full brass solid bodied wrapped V2 SGS, super groovy solid. That, I feel like all my wraps are going in. I got to be more realistic about these things. I'm going to put it in B because I'm going to be more realistic about this because I have to be. I can't put all of my wraps in A, in Supreme and A. So I will be more realistic about that. And I'll also put the Bronze Wrap V2 SG or SSS Super Step Solid. I'll put that in B as well. They're great. They're amazing. All wraps are amazing. But when we're getting into this level of like having to actually organize things like this, we got to get real here. Tungsten Nest. Tungsten OG Nest Spinner by 2EDC. It's a tough one. Especially since I think I saw Samuel log in on this live stream. So, this one's a B as well. This one's not supreme. It's not quite like amazing A, but it's definitely good. It's definitely really, really good. If we want to talk about Supreme 2EDC, the Big Nest. The Big Nest. Oh my God, that thing is it kind of blew my mind from the very start. Where is it? And it has recently been blowing my mind even more because recently we all got our Big Poes. And so I put Big Poe bronze grips on this thing. And oh my God, I've just been like falling in love with the damn thing all over again. I cannot really get enough of it lately. It's been getting EDC'd a lot recently. Yeah. That is a Supreme 2EDC. It's actually a couple Supreme 2EDCs, if I'm being honest. Will be another one. What would be another one? Might just be one more. Yeah. The triangle. The tungsten triangle. So this is the only try. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. I'm not counting the stupid original fidget spinner thing, try thing. So this is the only like premium try that I own that I actually have kept because for some reason this thing I think really what's going on is that it's an absolute monster with like the gyro effect. It is so perfectly put together and so simple. There's something about the simplicity of a triangle and a try and that extra arm taking on part of the, because how spinners work, right? When you get judder with like with a bar spinner, you know, when you move it from side to side and you feel that judder, that's because each arm is trying to deal with 180 degrees of a 360 degree spin and adjusting on that axis. But when you have a tri spinner, every arm is taking care of 120 degrees of the 360 spin, and it's able to adjust better on that axis and easier. And for some reason, this tungsten triangle, I've tried it in titanium, it doesn't do the same thing. You feel some of that, you know, you feel the same sort of correction, but it's not the same. It's not the same. This is like you feel like you can just carve something in the air, like the way the gyro is. It's absolutely just bonkers. Love it. Love it. I will never get rid of this ever. Would I love the big triangle? I probably would. Maybe if it wouldn't be too heavy in tungsten. That actually brings up, we can rate. Can we rate? What we'll do is we'll rate the what's it called? The Ziggy. So the tungsten Ziggy and the big triangle were offered in tungsten at the same time. And I'm sort of kicking myself for not getting a triangle as well as a Ziggy, or maybe for getting a Ziggy and not a triangle. I don't know. I love 2EDC. It's one of my favorite makers, so I probably wouldn't mind having both anyway. I think I just didn't have enough money at the time to kind of, you know, fork out like $700 or whatever it would have been to have both of them. So I went with the Ziggy because it's nice and thick and short and just a thick boy. So rating the Ziggy, want to say A right away, but I might bump it down to B. We'll see how I feel later. Yeah. So I'm kind of kicking myself for not having the big triangle. I don't know. We'll see. You know, Fidget gods work in mysterious ways. I might eventually get one sometime eventually. We will find out. So also keep on this 280C thing. So we got the Big Poe in bronze, and I currently have zirconium grips on it that I got extra. That one, I feel like I don't have enough time with it yet. But right now fairly I want to put it in B. But I need to I got to play with it more, right? I'm kind of a firm believer that you can't just grab something and just think, okay, cool, got it. I know exactly what it's all about now in the first 10 minutes or something like that. Yeah, sorry, just reading the comments here. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, if I had the tungsten triangle, I'd put something lighter in it, right? I'm a notorious button switcher. I would have to, and yeah, I mean, you know, Nick at FTO, Full Throttle Originals, he's like my favorite, probably my favorite machinist in the USA at least, and favorite button maker, and I often just go and get him to make me something, you know. Hi username 555. If I don't know who you are because you have a different username on YouTube than you do on Facebook, you know, I'm sorry, but yeah, I can't keep track of everyone's usernames. Okay, so what we could do here, yeah, let's go B for that. Let's get rid of the Verks. So what we have here, this would be the flat Verk, the flat retro Verk. That's easy C. Easily a C. Well, what am I thinking here? No. I'm going to say that one. No. That's a C. And this would be who knows what V version this Verk is that I got, because I feel like the thing that happened with the Verk is that Anthony Cladis kind of he really wanted to get them out to us. So he just started making them and just it just being like, okay, this works. Here we go. Like another one. Oh, you're Ellie. Hey, Ellie. There you go. See, I don't know who Double AO is, right? Ellie's a good buddy. He's a good guy. So I feel like Anthony just kind of got it out to us and be like, here you go. Here's one. This one works great. And then next week it was like, oh, by the way, I made another version. Here you go. An example of this is when he first sent me, a version, he sent it to me, and before it was even there and at me, before he even got to me in the mail, he texts me and says, that one I just made, nah, I don't know, I'm sending you another one. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, I hope that one just gets lost in the mail. I'm like, okay, we'll see. So I end up getting both, and they're both good, right? But I could instantly see what he meant. Like the one that he sent after, definitely better. And I think they just kind of got progressively better. So what I'm trying to say is that I feel like we just ended up testing a lot of prototypes, and there could have been some more time spent just settling with some of them and just thinking okay, what's really good here sort of thing, instead of just being like, okay, yeah, cool, this works. Let's sell some. I know this works. Let's sell some, because it makes people feel like, am I just testing prototypes for you here, or what's going on, right? It's when you've got 6 versions out within a month or something like that. I don't really get it. So that all being said, oh, my cam went away again. Hate this thing. Overheat. Okay, so these are two different versions. One is a bit thicker, one's thinner. This is the newer one, and this is an older one. So this is one that fell apart on me, and I fixed. I put like glue back in there and got it working. This one's just been working, and it's pretty good. It's like the newest one, and you know, again, like I was saying, you can see the improvement, you can feel the improvement. Anyway, so Verks. So I would say that I'm gonna go Verk stuff. This one, since it fell apart on me, I'm just gonna put it down dumpster fire because it's just not what it was supposed to be. And then that makes sense for the Verks. Okay, so we got all rid of all the resin. Chelsea, stainless steel Chelsea, easily an A. Easily an A up there. A bronze Spinema thing. Don't really use it tons, but easily an A. It's my first spinner. It's my first solid premium spinner. What else? We got tungsten torque bar hybrid. Supreme premium. Just busting. I will show it to you if my camera isn't being a piece of crap. So I actually have LIC, EDC, edamame copper buttons on it. And for some reason, that's just working. This thing is that's just legendary. It's so good. So perfect. Never get rid of it. If I lost it, immediately I would be ordering another one from Scott. What's the thing next to the Sage? You're probably talking about the you're talking about the I sent you, if you're Ali, I think I sent you a video of this. It's the totem by Vibe EDC. Don't look like much, but I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but it's not mine anymore. My wife took it because she fucking loves it. She can't live without it. And you can't even order them yet. It's so weird. I finished shooting the stuff to make a review video, so I'm going to be putting that together later. That's the next review to come out, is the Vibe EDC stuff. So I got to get that out. I know that Emil is on a vacation right now, and then he's going to start doing drops. I don't even know he's going to be dropping totems. I haven't even seen a lot of that stuff on his website. It's mainly like dice decks and other stuff. So, but he threw this in there, and that was my favorite and my wife's. So, yep, using it on her permission right now. So, what we got here? I'm gonna get through this. Do we have the Dune? The Tungsten Dune is a B. The Tungsten Dune is a B. Because although it's one of those ones where whenever I pick it up, I go, yeah, that's really good. I like that. I don't pick it up all the time. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that it sits there sometimes. And it's great. But it's, that's my God on that one. It's just a B. The Copper Mini Edamame is a B or a C. It's a B. B is one of those categories. It's kind of interesting that way. And then, why did I just get the instinct to put the Allure V3 from Compoform in C? It's so weird. You know what I think it is? I think it's because it's just too fucking loud. Like, it's so loud that what do you, I don't know how to use it. I don't know like where to use it or how to use it, because sometimes it's literally too loud for my ears. So Gavin Sexton with Dynamic Inertia, he got rid of his Compiform because he was doing decibel tests on them. Like he had a V1 track slider one, and then he even had a V3 as well. He got rid of them because he has tinnitus, and it was like messing up his hearing more. And at first I was sort of like, there's no way, like I'm a carpenter and I work with, crazy tools all the time. And I got earplugs in all the time to protect against that stuff. Right. But it's so good, but it's so loud. Like it's an interesting one that way. Like, obviously it's not going to come through. They're so good when you have headphones on watching and working at your desk. Yes, and the haptics are amazing, Ali. I do agree. And the sound of the slide plates. Is better than the clicks. I would wager and say. But like I got a limiter on my mic, so it doesn't like blow out. And every time I do that, that's just like hitting the limiter over and over and over again, so that it doesn't like sound way too bad later in post. Anyway, too loud. So good. And the only Compiform that I still have, but very, very loud. Anyway, I was, like I said before at the beginning of this, just got to go with my gut. And my gut said to put it in C for now, at least. So that's what I'm going to do. And then afterwards, I'm going to save this. I still have all these crappy pictures of everything, so I can add to it, take it away if things leave the collection or not. And then who knows, maybe something will get reorganized, sometime in the future. If you guys like this and I get enough, feedback from it to like do it again sometime in the future, I will. And maybe it'll bump up somewhere else. All right. Continuing. We have got 5 more left. And those are all amazing, amazing spinners. Every single one of them. I can't see any of those ever leaving my collection. Ever. They're so good. That being said, they are not all Supreme. So, one of the Supreme ones would be the Tungsten Mini Edamame. It's amazing. I love it. It's just, there's something meditative about that spinner or something like that. I don't know what it is. It's some of these things are so hard to describe. It just makes this sound. It's so good. This is a new one, and I'm not going to rate it yet. This is Torque Bar Copper Torque Bar Magnum. And it's easily an A. This is a copper full-size edamame by LIC EDC, and it is easily an A. Easily. And then this is the Tungsten Edamame by LIC EDC. It is Supreme. This is a Naboo 2.0 in black and tungsten. It is a Supreme. That's it. That's it. That's what my gut is telling me to do. And I'm going to do that. So what I would like to do is, before I get out of here, hey, from Quebec, you Frenchie. I've been to Quebec a couple times. That's good. Stayed in Montreal for a couple weeks. That was cool. So what I'd like to do is, before I go, Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone want to see any of these before I get out of here? Because we've been doing this for a bit. Just speak up in chat if you would like to ask anything about these before I get out of here. Yeah, there it is. All my hair is gone. I have no idea where it went. No idea whatsoever. There we go. Yeah. It's short. For anyone who's seen before, it was a little longer. A little bit. It's too much, man. Long hair's crazy. Okay. Well, no one wants to see anything else. I'm gonna go. And then this this list, I've made it it should be like a public TierMaker list. So I don't know. We'll see if it's the first time I've used it. So it should be linked to my account and it should be available. But yeah, I'll download that and I don't know, maybe I'll post it to Facebook or something, or yeah, if you guys want to see. So yeah. All right, well, that's it. That's the video. That's me. Just that was so hard. I kind of I half almost hated that. That was really hard for me to do. I'm not the kind of person who likes picking favorites at all. Someone will say, "Hey, do you like this or this? What's your favorite, man?" And my first thing to say is always well, that depends. Because I'm saying well, what about this? What about this? Well, it depends if you have these buttons on there or this or that and stuff. And that's why I didn't really mention any of the grips that I have on the spinners at this time, or a lot of the inserts that I have in the sliders and stuff, because I was just taking them for what they are right there for that kind of face value and stuff. So thank you for bearing with me on that. Yeah, it was hard, but it was fun. And yeah, that's it. Have a good rest of your Sunday, everyone. Happy fidgeting. See you later.